Y'all ready to get into it? So Joe Budden, Joe Beasy, they had a pod, and I checked it out over the weekend. I paid for the Patreon so that I could see it early and that I could understand the full context. Because I was talking to Brian as usual, because I'm always talking to Brian. I was talking to Brian, and Brian has sent me a treasure trove, right? So I'm gonna play a little bit of the audio. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear this audio.
Fresh out the break.
Boom, boom.
Had some smoke. We had a little bit of smoke.
Can y'all hear that? I want to make sure that the audio is clear and that y'all can hear that. Okay, cool. Let's play it. I'm gonna play the audio. You can't play the video. You know, the Joe Budden podcast don't want you to play the video. So I'm gonna play the audio.
Somebody was looking for our good educated brother. He said he gonna find him too.
Yeah.
Hey, if you missed it, Brian
was this kid singing this to him?
Yo.
Do I ever cross your
All right, you still at it.
All right.
Don't start those shit down.
He said he looking for you.
He's the worst deadbeat out.
Our good brother Brian McKnight went on Anton Daniels' podcast and shared some things. I have a clip here. He shared that he reached out to the Joe Budden podcast so he can attempt to be a guest.
Who caught that message?
I want to let Mr. McKnight know I have never received that message. You must have sent that to like the pod page.
So all right, so let's stop there. All right. So I got a treasure trove, a huge treasure trove of information and stuff and things. Brian is not sure if this is the right page, whatever. I don't know what the pod page is. I don't know what the pod page is. What is the pod page? So does Joe Budden have this is what Brian has sent. Is this Joe Budden's pod page? Is this the page that they don't pay attention to? Brian sent this message to Joe, and it says, Joe, I really respect you on what you've built here. I just wonder, though, as brothers, why would you talk about me and speculate about my life when you can just reach out and have me on so we could debate? Now, remember, this was October 28th at 6:19 a.m. Could debate what is actually going on and then have a debate about what many men out here deal with every day, a dialogue that might actually help. Brian respectfully, even though they've had all of this negativity, all of this stuff to say, right? Because they had all of this negativity and all of this stuff to say, Brian respectfully reached out to their pod. And again, this is why it's important for y'all to have an ally. And an ally in objective truth. Not your truth, not his truth, not their truth. All I'm going to do is just put out the information. And again, I got a treasure trove of information. I got so much different stuff, so many different things. And see, because the media, and when I say the media, I'm not talking about CNN, I'm not talking about Fox News, I'm not talking about BET, MSNBC, none of that stuff. When I look at the media now, I look at subscriber supremacy, right? Now, I don't feel the need to address this on the Anton Daniels channel. We're going to pull out the little channel, and I'm going to tell you why we pulled out the little channel with only 400 and something thousand subscribers. I'm not going to go to the million plus channel. We're going to get into that later. All right. But this is why it's important for people to have an objective ally. And an objective ally is a person that do not care about what the audience thinks. And you know how y'all know that I'm objective? I'm going to tell y'all how y'all know that I'm objective. The way that y'all know that I'm objective is because I go back and forth with you guys. I fight with y'all in the chat. And what do I say? Don't censor nobody just because they got a difference of opinion, just because they may come at me. We don't block people just because. We fight here. We fight in real life because that's what people do. They argue their point. They argue their differences. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, try to censor people. I don't believe in censorship. Let me say that again for the people in the back. I don't believe in censorship, and I don't pander. I don't pander. So when Brian told me, because I wanted to know, and see, I didn't feel the need to have to show this on a interview. He said what he said. When Brian told me, he said, man, I reached out to them and they act like they didn't want to get the other side of the story. I know that they was pandering to women. I know that they pandering to their audience, which that's what you got to do when you're trying to get to the bag. And so that's fair, right? So when you hear them say stuff like this, well, I'm just going to give you the insight on why you should look at it a little bit differently when y'all hearing them talk, okay? Let me continue to play some more.
So he can attempt to be a guest.
Who caught that message?
I want to let Mr. McKnight know I have never received that message. You must have sent that to like the pod page.
You maybe
or something. Because if you would have sent that to me, we would have handled that in a heartbeat. You know, I got you singing at my wedding. Maybe you don't know.
Not more. Not more.
Why not?
That's usually a tactic, right? When people want to get off of the responsibility of being a reasonable source or a credible person that has conversations about issues that go on in the culture, they'll start to joke. Yeah, man, you know, I had you singing at my wedding. You know, they do the joke thing, right? Ha ha ha, jokey joke. Cool. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they go in and they do all of the jokey joke. I didn't really know, whatever, so on and so forth. What's the point of having the page if you don't check it and find out what the hell is going on, right? So the thing about Brian, though, and I kick it with him, and it's so funny because I kick it with a lot of people that realize how I handled the Brian McKnight interview, and it's a lot of celebrities that's been reaching out to me like, what up? I'm ready to tell my story. So y'all, and this is why I'm having this conversation on a smaller platform, because I don't, I can get personal. I could just talk my talk. I could talk shit on here. So y'all can look forward to the truth coming out from a lot of people that have been disrespected, lied on, told that I'm gonna be the truth teller, and I don't want nobody trying to follow in my footsteps. Keep doing what y'all doing, keep doing your little gossips. And I'ma just had a real conversations with people that really want the truth to get out. All right. That really want the truth. So we gonna get there. We gonna get there. All right. Anyways, but I was talking to Brian and he was like, what do you think about this? This is hilarious to me. And I said, what do we care? And so we laughed about it and we continued the conversation. So we had maybe a 4 second dialogue about it and we moved on. Brian don't give a fuck no more. You know why? Because Brian already told his side of the story now. It's out there. It's out there collectively in less than 3 days. In less than 3 days between the main interview, the clips, and then all of the stuff that's happening on social media, he's already gotten millions of views. And regardless of whether people agree or disagree, he got his shit off. He got it off his chest. He told what it is and he letting it rock. He said what he had to say. He don't care no more. Brian was already good and now he chilling. But let's continue on.
Wait till we done.
Oh
shit.
Oh, come on.
Burn that bridge.
Anyway, I have this.
Better get it back up.
I have this clip here. Like to hear it. Hear it go.
Because here's the thing. Why can't we sit and talk about it?
Yeah.
I agree.
I send a message to Joe Budden's podcast. Crickets. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But who's that Marc, the guy, the political
Marc
guy?
Lamont Hill.
Let me tell you something.
What's the guy's name again?
I'd destroy that dude. I would destroy him. Not physically, but
Woo!
in
I
the
understand what
debate.
you're saying.
Because you don't even know me, but you call me an asshole?
Yeah.
Well, I look at Marc Lamont Hill.
Get him, Anton.
There's a segment of people that are what I like to call, they like to champion themselves as intellectuals, right? And that they truly believe that they're smarter than everybody else.
Tell him.
But I don't really believe that because I never see the results.
Right.
It never translates.
Oh,
so
I see people handing him his
Joe's
ass.
so mad.
it's easy
Whoa,
to, I mean,
let me
it's
rewind that.
easy to say that,
Let me
you know, I'm the
rewind that.
smartest guy in the room, but it doesn't necessarily.
Hold up. You're what Brian says.
It never translates, right? So
I see people handing him his ass all the time.
yeah, it's easy to. I mean, it's easy to say that I'm the smartest guy in the room, but it doesn't necessarily
All the
translate
time.
into results,
Right.
right? So I decided that I would do stuff on my own.
We don't need the rest.
Nah.
We don't need the rest.
We kind of got it.
I went and watched the whole episode to make sure it wasn't anymore. It was
So
just
did I.
this.
I know you did. I
Oh,
know
you know
you
I did.
too.
You
It's
know
part
I
of the
did.
job.
Yo,
Yeah.
where does it translate? How do you measure
Whoa.
that?
And they
were
were talking about two different things. That's the funny part. They were just
Like, how do you measure that? Marc could be resonating with a whole bunch of different people and improving people's lives every single day. You can't measure that.
Ish. Fight your fights.
Shout out to Joe. Joe had it right. Ish, fight your own fights. I'm gonna come back to Ish in a minute. I'll get there in a minute. I'm gonna fast forward because Marc having whatever he had to say about Brian McKnight, that's irrelevant in this conversation. So we're gonna come back to that in a minute.
Know that, I've said some shit, but
he's saying that I think I'm smarter than everybody.
Oh, this is the other part that I wanted to get to. All right.
You don't got no spoke for the interview?
Antoine Donaldson, Antoine Jameson, whatever his name is. No, I don't know him.
Anton.
He's saying that I think I'm smarter than everybody.
Yeah.
I'm smarter than him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I don't think I'm smarter than everybody. I'm smarter than him.
Yeah.
But I literally don't know. I don't have a beef. I don't know who he is. I don't even know his name. Literally.
What? That's crazy. But what's his name? Who is he? What is his name? That's crazy, bro. It's insane. On October 15th, 2024. First of all, who is Jess Mabley? Who is Jess Mabley? Does anybody know who Jess Mabley is? Anyways, I'm going to let y'all read it. Good morning. They sent it twice because I didn't respond to it the first time, so they sent it twice. I'm not going to show you the number. That's not necessary. Good morning, Mr. Daniels. My name is Jess. I'm a producer for Marc Lamont Hill. Marc would like to invite you to join him for an interview on his YouTube program, Night School. Now remember, this was October 15th, 2024. I'm hotter than fish grease. I'm on every fucking platform. I'm doing 100 million views on YouTube alone every 28 days. And Marc Lamont and his team reaches out to me. I didn't respond the first time. They doubled down. All right. Listen, this is a conversation that I want to have with y'all. We're not even going to talk about the intellect part. I'll get to that shortly also. But these niggas is capping, bro. All of these niggas is fake. All of them are fake. I don't know who he is. Who is he? I'm confused. What are you confused about, nigga? I never reached out to you. You reached out to me. I never reached out to them, which is cool. You should reach out to me. When I jump on somebody's platform or when I do an interview or when I do something, that shit hit. It go viral. Never mind. Let me read it to you guys. There's no need. You see what it is. Good morning. They doubled down. I'm a producer for Marc Lamont Hill. Marc would like to invite you to join him for an interview on his YouTube program. How they got my number, I have no clue. I have no clue because I don't just give out my phone number. This wasn't an email. This was a text message. This wasn't an email. This is a text message, okay? Would like to join you. So they got my number from somewhere. So that means they had to go and find that shit. That means they had to go and look it up, right? They had to go and contact somebody. They had to go make some moves to find out how we can get in touch with Anton Daniels, okay? He would like you to interview on his YouTube program, Night School, on Friday night at 9 p.m. Any chance that you are available? And they sent it again. I said, I can. And remember, I was talking to y'all about it. I said, should I even entertain this nonsense or not? And y'all said, nah, don't waste your time, Anton. I'll let the chat decide. I'll let the chat decide. I'll let y'all decide. Y'all said, nah, it doesn't even waste. There's no point in it. It doesn't add any value to what you got going on. So on and so forth. I said, cool, no problem. So I responded. So I said, I can't. I have huge obligations. Friday night. I'm sorry. I won't be able to make it, but I appreciate the offer. I was a gentleman. They say, okay, thank you for letting me know. Perhaps next week would work. Or another time this week. Then they sent another text message. Or another time this week. Would just love to get a little time with you on the books. Please let me know if there's any time that may work for you. And I never even responded after that, bro. I never even responded after that. That's the facts. I never responded. And you can see the actual dates. So it's so funny to me. It's so hilarious to me how people will sit there and tell you that they don't know. But this is the people that y'all call smart. This is the people that y'all call intellectual. Honestly, listen, I'm not saying anything that's not true. I haven't even said anything incendiary. I haven't said anything crazy. I haven't said any of that. These people are liars, bro. They are liars. They are genuinely liars. That's why I don't fuck with these people in the industry, bro. Because if he'd have said, yo, I'm smarter than him or whatever, because see, how would you know if you're smarter than me if you've never heard of me before? How would you know that you're smarter than me if you've never heard of me before? I'm just curious. So you've been reaching out and your people been reaching out. And they've been hitting me, and they've been hitting me, and they've been hitting me, and they've been hitting me. And they've been trying to holler at me and trying to get at me and trying to get, and it's cool. Like I said, I'm not tripping. I think that makes sense. I think that makes sense. Why wouldn't you want to hit me? I'm doing on the Anton Daniels channel alone, on a low month, 70, 60, 70, 75, 80 million views a month. That ain't include no other platform. Why wouldn't you want to holler at me? I would want to holler at me too. That makes sense to me. Makes perfect sense. Anton, you're not really doing 70 million views in a month. I'm not doing what? What do you mean I'm not doing 70? Why wouldn't I be doing 70? I'm sorry, 75 in the last 28 days. That's a fact. You're right. I'm not. 2.7 million watch hours. Bro, why is these niggas acting like they not the B-side? honestly, I've been, as much as y'all may think that I'm not humble, I'm really, really humble. Honest to God, bro. Who do these niggas think they talking to? I'm gonna be honest with you. I would be doing you a favor to have a conversation with you. I would be doing you and that's what. Remember when I told y'all in the beginning of this conversation that I'm gonna use a smaller platform with a 400,000 subscribers on it to have this conversation? I would be doing you a favor to have a conversation with you. Everywhere I go, the building is fucking filled. Every venue that I step into, they call me Mr. Daniels. And that's not to take anything away from you. I love the fact that you work for Al Jazeera. I love the fact that you were a contributor on CNN and Fox News. I like the fact that you're educated and that you went and got a degree from these major universities. I love the fact that Joe Budden decided to pick you to be a part of the crew of his platform. I love that for you. I love the fact that you've taught at major universities as a professor and make sure that you got your pay, because I'm not a person that hate on people that got a regular job. I love that. I love that you're trying to figure out how to get your money together so that you can pay off your mortgage or whatever the fuck y'all was talking about on that one episode. I'm with it. I'm with it. But I put people in houses. I find talent and I pay people. Everybody that's around me, they all make 6 figures or more. Like we not the same at the end of the day. And when I say it don't translate, I make millionaires in real life. I have people that have changed the entire trajectory of their families in real life. So remember that, just remember that. Like, bro, if your people fuck with you so hard, then how come you ain't got no motion on your own? That's all I'm saying. I could teach you something. Let me coach you, nigga. Because, I kind of look at him as autistic. The nigga blink a lot when he talk. I honestly, and this is the honest to God truth, I'm not dissing. I'm not dissing. You know how these super pseudo intellectual people, they have quirks about them and they do stuff. They got tics and stuff like that. I thought that the nigga was autistic at first. But see, the problem with niggas that be autistic, and there's nothing wrong with somebody on a spectrum. Because see, y'all look at these niggas as savants. Y'all look at them as super intellectual. These niggas fear you. They fear me. I'm the boogeyman. I'm the boogeyman. You know what make me the boogeyman? Because I don't need no sponsors. I don't need nobody to tell me what to do. I own 100% of everything and I don't have no strings on me. So I say what the fuck I want to say when I want to say it. I was rich before this shit. I was rich before this. I was up M's before this, before all of this. Y'all know my record. Y'all seen my receipts. You seen my 1040s. You see what's in my bank account. You see what's in my brokerage account. That's not even a question. I'm not controlled, bro. And do your thing. I mean, honestly, seriously. And we can have a conversation and all of that stuff maybe one day, but you got to ask your boss if you can talk to me first, bro. I don't know if that's in your contract. Seriously, like, talk to Joe, my nigga. Talk to Joe before you talk. Talk to Al Jazeera. Make sure that you don't say anything incendiary because you know what happened on CNN. When you start talking too much about Israel, they fired your ass, nigga. I need to make sure you check with your people before you come and talk to me, man. Because see, I don't have no strings on me. You got to talk to them. That's how you lost your last situation. Now we can get into the whole intellectual conversation, and I think that I think you're gonna get embarrassed in that. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Honestly, I think that would be a bad look for you. And I'm advising you before you talk to your managers And the reason that I think that that's going to be a bad look for you is because I don't have nothing to lose. I'm a lifetime C student. Everybody know I'm a lifetime C student. I'm community college. You finished your doctorate. All these niggas like Marc Lamont Hill sound smart to niggas that got student loans. Honest to God. These niggas is smart to niggas that got African American studies degrees. These niggas is smart to people that's broke. They're smart to people that's broke. They not smart to us. Because see, we only measure a person based off of the results. We don't measure you based off of your credentials of whether or not you graduated from school or if you went to an HBCU. We don't give a fuck about that. We trying to figure out how to put some money in our people's pocket, how to ensure that people can change their families. We're trying to get people in the trades. We trying to make sure that people, and then listen, I acknowledge the fact that you started programs earlier in your career to help people read. I think that that's awesome. But niggas that ain't got no money think you smart, bro. People that are asking for reparations think you smart. People that got $100,000 plus in student loans think you smart. We don't look at you as nothing at all. I don't give a fuck about your pseudo nicknames. I don't care about none of that shit. I got smoke objectively for everybody because I don't give a fuck about what nobody thinks. And more importantly, here's the key. You got to show me, nigga. You got to show me. Talk to your boss. Talk to Joe. Talk to Al Jazeera. Talk to whoever it is that you got to go talk to. Go talk to your people, your family. Get permission to go kick it with them niggas and then come back, bro. And stop acting like you don't know, nigga. You know you've been paying attention to me for a long time. Everybody on that motherfucking pod know. Ish, stay out of this shit. This ain't for you, bro. I'm gonna just let you know right now. I don't know if y'all familiar with my work, bro, but you better get acquainted. You better get acquainted. I will nuke everybody. I shouldn't even be talking to these niggas. I need to be talking to their boss. They're in negotiations to try to get contracts up, trying to count money. What are we talking about? I need to see your boss. I don't need to talk to you. These niggas the help. You a contributor. You operate off of a schedule that he sets for you. I do what I want to do when I want to do it. I'm rich as fuck. And I know y'all want to remove money out of the equation because y'all don't think that that's going to qualify. This is what Ish is saying. Well, how can you measure what they contribute to other people? The fuck out of here, man. We measure it in net worth. We don't do that other dumb shit. So we can talk about whatever you want to talk about, but I'm just going to tell you, that's not a good thing. It's not going to be a good thing. It's not going to be a good thing. You got everything to lose. I got everything to gain. Everything to lose and everything to gain. So, it's on you, my nigga. Do what you do. But you better think about it first, because the last time that you replied out of emotion, this is why I tell people to lower your voice, strengthen your argument. You replied out of emotion. And that's why I had to pull up the receipts to even start having this conversation, because it's like, well, let's not get off on the wrong foot. Let's establish a norm. You know, I don't like it when niggas lie, because then you lose credibility. And so there's no scholarly source that you can cite for credibility. I'm telling you, look, man, I genuinely, being from the inner city of Detroit, bro, nigga, I got everything to gain. I have no strings attached to me. So what y'all should have did, and then I'm gonna move on to the next thing. What these niggas should have did, honestly, was first issue an apology to Brian. Y'all should issue an apology to Brian for slandering his name. And y'all niggas should know better. Half of you niggas up there is divorcees, baby daddies, all of that shit. And I'm a huge supporter and I rap for niggas. I'm one of the biggest advocates for changing family court laws so that we can actually fix our families. Y'all niggas is divorcees. Y'all step baby daddies. Y'all niggas is cucks and shit like that. The fuck we talking about, bro? Y'all niggas should understand more than anybody, but you so busy trying to change your image and pander to your female audience. Man, these women don't give a fuck about you, bro. Y'all niggas up there is the main culprits. And then you got that funky, what's that redhead chick up there? What's her name? Mona? Hold on, let me see her. She co-signing this shit? Her? Her? Man, y'all better stop, bro. Y'all better stop. Like, I know y'all used to dealing with all of these other people, but I will burn this bitch down. I will burn this bitch down to the ground. Like, enjoy the interview, my nigga, and keep it moving. This raggedy chick right here, this crash out. This crash out? Man, don't even get me started on this, bro. Hey, y'all niggas stay out of it. Let Marc talk to his boss. Let Marc talk to his boss. And then we may entertain this shit. But other than that, leave this shit alone, bro. Y'all niggas is out of control. I mean, these niggas be thinking that just because they got a mic, well, I got a mic too, niggas right here. I don't even use it. I don't use this shit. Fuck is we talking about? Let me stop, bro. Let me stop. Y'all ready to go ahead and get started with the show? I just wanted to level set real quick.